Well, here we are on day 5. Can you believe it? I'm so proud of you. I know cleaning out your thought closet is not always easy, but look what you've done so far. You've taken some inventory, you've gotten rid of some condemnation and some guilt and your insecurity. And here's what we're going to do today, girl. We're going to learn how to keep the stuff out, keep it from coming back so we can have clean, tidy thought closets. So I'm going to tell you how to do that, but remember, if my eyes aren't looking at the camera, it's just because I can't see the camera, but my heart is focused on you. So let me tell you how to keep your thought closet clean. In 2 Corinthians chapter 10, the Apostle Paul tells us how to clean out and keep our thought closets clean. Now, he doesn't really use those words, but what he tells us is that we need to hold every thought captive and make it obey Christ. In other words, you hold that thought captive at the door of your thought closet. And if it doesn't agree with the truth of Jesus, you don't let it in the thought closet. But we can make that happen with 3 easy steps. Now, all 3 steps begin with R, so it'll be super easy to remember. And the first one is simply this: recognize. Recognize what you say to yourself. Hopefully by now that's a little bit easier. That means whatever the thought is, whatever you're about to say to yourself, you ask, is this true or is this a lie? Now, all 3 of these begin with the letter R, so it'll be super easy for you to remember. And the first one is simply recognize. Recognize what you say to yourself. Now, hopefully this is a little easier after the last few days, but here's the deal. Every time you have a thought, every time you start to say something to yourself, you ask, is this true or is this a lie? Is this something that really belongs in the sanctity of my thought closet? Because here's the thing, sister, once it's in your thought closet, you wardrobe your life with it. So if it isn't true, you can't let it in. So begin, first of all, by R, recognizing truth. Now, the second step is this: replace. Once you've recognized and you hold that thought captive, then you got to replace it with the truth. So if you happen to tell yourself lies, which we all do, like let's say maybe you're a name caller, okay? So you do something that you think is really dumb and you say, such an idiot. You immediately recognize it, right? That's not true. So you hold it captive and you replace the lie with the truth. Well, what is the truth? You're not an idiot. You're the workmanship of God. So you replace the lie with the truth, and then you can let that truth into your thought closet. So once you've recognized and once you've replaced, then the third R is repeat. You see, bad self-talk is a habit, and so is good self-talk. So if you want to have healthier self-talk, you develop the habit of speaking truth to your soul. You repeat it over and over and over. It's almost like you begin to meditate on truth. You know, lots of us, we meditate a lot and we don't know what we're doing is we're worrying. We're saying negative things to our souls. But you can meditate on truth instead by repeating the truth over and over. So these 3 R's, recognize, replace, and repeat, is all we need, sisters, to hold every thought captive and make them obey Christ. And then you know what the result is? A beautiful thought closet teeming with truth. I really believe that when we learn to do this, we begin to experience a freedom and a joy that God intended for us. And sister, that's why I wrote the book, Me, Myself, and Lies, because I have needed to know, and I want you to know what to say when you talk to yourself, so that you and I will be women with thought closets full of truth. So, sister, as you claim God's promises by taking every thought captive, my prayer for you is the same one that the psalmist prayed, that the words of your mouth and the meditations of your heart would be acceptable to the Lord, because He's your strength and He's your Redeemer.